Calling out to the wolf pack. This is Call of the Wild with Danielle Lewis. Welcome to the first real show that I have done in a really long time. Sorry for that. As you guys can guess, it's really easy to do the late night rides. Freaking driving and throwing papers. And it's really easy to just go ahead and rant about shit that I don't have to, cite sources for or look up anything for. So it's really easy to do that. But I can't really do that with this one. And I wanted to get this out real quick because I have 800 advertiser papers to bag and throw today. So I actually have a lot more work to do. There's a lot going on in my personal life, and I haven't really had the will to do this. So the last video that I put out, I made over a month ago, and I just sat on. And when someone commented about how Kyle and the DSA, he kind of shit the bed on the whole thing. And I'm like, all right, I'll put the video out. So what we're here to talk about today is Khanna. Now, as most of you probably know, Khanna done fucked up. We have the leading Justice Democrat, quote unquote, leading Justice Democrat in Congress, endorsing Corporate Joe Crowley over Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And this resulted in an instantaneous and virulous backlash. And when the backlash ensued, he decided not to revoke his endorsement of Joe Crowley, but to dual endorse both Crowley and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which pissed off Joe Crowley, and which shows the rest of us that Khanna's quote-unquote progressive bona fides out the window, disqualified. Throughout this election season, Justice Democrats have failed utterly to do anything to curb the DNC's power. And the DSA has actually had much more success in their elections than the Justice Democrats. It's just not working. So, after this, I have seen reports on Kyle Kulinski's comment section, and Kyle Kulinski said that Joe Crowley thanked Khanna for his flip-floppity by berating him on the floor of Congress. And then I saw another report in the comment section that Joe Crowley actually sent Khanna a letter saying that he would never work with him again. So not only have you pissed off the establishment, because you're flip-floppity, but you've also pissed off progressive because you're flip-floppity. And that makes you no better than the DNC dogs that you try to fight against. So as far as I'm concerned, the whole Justice Democrats experiment is an utter and complete failure. And rather than sheepdogging people into the DNC, we need to be setting up a third party to replace the DNC. Now, after watching the Kyle Kulinski videos on this, I saw Jimmy Dore's video on this, in which he had Khanna on his show. And that's where Khanna explained himself that, I endorsed Corporate Joe Crowley because I didn't know Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was in the race. You're the leading Justice Democrat in Congress, and you don't know about the current races that are going on? And that's when he decided to do the dual endorsement, which you're flip-floppity, and there is in no way that Joe Crowley is in any way comparable to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So you can't endorse them both. You might as well have just kept your fucking mouth shut. So shame on Khanna. Shame on you. Especially because now, once again, after backing you up against H.A. Goodman, I've got to fucking back you up again in the fucking comment section of Jimmy Dore's video. Now, I had commented that I am not going to sit through 40 fucking minutes of Khanna, blah, 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 explain away what he fucking did. You endorsed a neoliberal corporate candidate over a Justice Democrat. Automatic dismissal. I don't even want to see your face again. I don't want to hear your name. But meanwhile, we have stupid people in the comments. Right now, we have legitimate criticism for which to go against Ro Khanna. But these motherfuckers want to pull an H.A. Goodman. Now, there was a comment in Jimmy Dore's section that said, Ro just lost a lot of support. And you know me, I live in the comment sections. So I went down to see what was going on here. And I had scrolled down and I saw this. The real Ro Khanna with a WikiLeaks document. WikiLeaks 42456. I said, oh my God, here we go again. And sure enough, link below, you click on it, and what is it? It is a info@mikehonda.com to podesta@law.georgetown.edu. The real Ro Khanna? Now let's just remember who Mike Honda is. Mike Honda was Ro Khanna's DNC opposition. Okay? And John Podesta was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. So, already we have Mike Honda is in bed with the Clinton campaign. But let's see what he says about Ro Khanna in this email. Dear John, it says, Ro Khanna is a registered Democrat. I will cede him that point. But when you look at the people funding his campaign, you actually see the real Ro Khanna. Irony just dripping out of this. Try not to throw up as I read this. 1. A Texas billionaire who made his fortune at Enron. 2. Super PACs funded by a hedge fund manager at Merrill Lynch. That second one is not true at all. Ro Khanna doesn't have a super PAC. That's never been proven. Only Mike Honda's WikiLeaks emails have ever said that, and along with H.A. Goodman, that lying fucking hack. And 3, the same people donated to the Tea Party Express. That is the exact wording of this. No details are given whatsoever. Make a contribution to support the candidate, 5 or 10, 25, 50, 100, $250. The email continues. His donors aren't Democratic donors. These are people who are fighting to repeal Obamacare, roll back Wall Street reforms, and make it harder for women to access health care they need. They're backing Ro Khanna, not Mike Honda. Why? Well, maybe because people like Corporate Joe Crowley actually voted to repeal Wall Street reforms and is going with almost the entirety of Trump's agenda. These are right-wing Democrats. Duh. It continues. Maybe it's because they see something in Ro Khanna. We're starting to get a little Alex Jonesy tinfoil hatty thing going on here. Something he doesn't want Democrats like you and me to see. Maybe it's because they know that Mike Honda has been a progressive champion for working families, and they need to take him down. Yes, progressives hate you because you're a progressive. Yeah, I'm sure, Mike. I'm sure that's how you see yourself. I couldn't read that with a straight face to save my life. Whatever the reason, it continues, we cannot let them win. We cannot let them defeat Mike Honda. Make a contribution of $10 today. Thank you, Michael Beckendorf, campaign manager, Honda 16. This email was sent to podesta@law.georgetown.edu. So while we're talking about Ro Khanna's non-existent corporate donors, with the exception, I guess, of Peter Thiel, which actually has been proven, he's admitted to being associated with Peter Thiel, let's talk about how cozy Mike Honda is with the Hillary Clinton campaign and John Podesta. And let's not forget, where Hillary Clinton got all her money from, and how John Podesta's brother was working with the Trump campaign. While we have this legitimate criticism of Ro Khanna, he endorsed Corporate Joe Crowley, and when backlash ensued, rather than rescinding that endorsement, he decided to dual endorse Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He is a spineless excuse for a man, a true Democrat, to be sure. So when I saw this post, I had to comment. Of course, I'm a commenter. I'm a YouTube commenter. And I said, so you're going to go full H.A. Goodman and use Mike Honda's emails to smear Ro Khanna. Congratulations, you just outed yourself as a lying fucking hack. There's plenty of legitimate faults to criticize Ro Khanna. You don't have to go full retard and use DNC propaganda. And someone else commented, is this true? This is a scandal. I said, no, it's not a scandal. It's as much of a scandal as when H.A. Goodman tried this last year. And that's not at all. These are Mike Honda's emails being written to John Podesta of all people. And the real scandal here is how quote-unquote progressives will use DNC opposition research to smear their own. It's fucking pathetic. And this is a true example of the quote-unquote left eating itself. You wonder why people eat the left? Because you people are fucking retarded. So can we get this together here and try to act progressive instead of just calling ourselves progressive? Because Ro Khanna is officially written off. Yes, I'm going to defend you against the smears, but not against endorsing Corporate Joe Crowley. And then, rather than having a spine and saying, hey, I was wrong, dual endorse Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who needs to defeat Corporate Joe Crowley for the sake of her constituents. You are a spineless piece of garbage, Ro Khanna. Shame on you.